First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Tua.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. We're scoreless after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Shot, 17, striker, check striker. Black Ultra.
It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now a give, right side. It's Richards, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Woo.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going
nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
Here we go.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Quickly completed to the right flat. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 1st down, it's Richards. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 45 on second down, Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Richards. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 9 now. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, green. Light blue. Ready?
From the 40 now on second down. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Let's go.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
Ready?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Damian Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Tua, a final shot before half. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. On the move past the 40. The 20. Touchdown, LA!
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll run on first down. It's Richards. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play action, now it's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to... Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Ready.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Tua sets up to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richards. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Ready.
2nd down and goal. Tua. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So, yeah.
Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 50. The 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Black Olsen. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big Tua hit, and the ball is out.
But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On first down, Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, right side. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, gets to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but